Hey, this is Edwin Dearborn, another edition of Growth Driven. I'm back from Connecticut, and I want to I want to share with you what may just be a massive unlock to make your strategies happen in 2021. Hey, Edwin Dearborn here, another edition of Growth Driven. Thanks for joining me, either later on as a podcast or a YouTube video, or maybe you're joining me live right now. If you follow me on social media, you know that I'm a big guy about strategy. I love strategy. And I understand strategy probably more than most, but I'm always a student of the subject. I'm reading about it, whether it's business strategy, marketing strategy, military strategy. What is strategy? All the many layers and applications. So for you, I wanted to share with you a piece of information that I came across that was very transformational for me over the last few days. It's really got me thinking in a whole new light, not only to make me a better strategist, but a better content creator, a better contributor of value to those that I work with, my partnerships. I've been thinking about this particular quote quite a bit, and I wanted to share it with you right now. So let me go to my Google Doc here, and let me make this a little bit bigger. This is from Jordan Peterson, an author. And this is a video, I had it transcribed, and I watched that video multiple times. I've read this quote multiple times, and it had a huge impact on me that's going to help me in everything that I do. And if you're a content creator, take this to heart. He says, the best thing you can do is read and write every day, a couple of hours every day. Write about things you find important and see if you can discover what you believe to be true. I like that. Discover what you believe to be true. And that will build you a foundation. And it's unbelievably practical. So I want you to get that. Like, read and write every day to find out your truth. This is going to build a foundation for you. And I'll continue with the quote. If you look at people who are phenomenally successful across life, there's various reasons, but one of them is that they're unbelievably good at articulating what they're aiming out and strategizing and negotiating and enticing people with a vision forward. It's like, get your words together, man. That makes you unstoppable. And that's the core of the humanities. That idea is get your words together. Make yourself an articulate creature, and then you're deadly in the best possible way. I love that. You're deadly in the best possible way by becoming an articulate creature. Okay, so how does this play out for you and me? If you think about it, everything that you do in life is a matter of a decision, whether it's conscious or unconscious, whether it's proactive or reactive. Our thoughts, whether we're in control of them or not, dictate what we do. And one of the things that I've learned in my study of philosophy and religion is if you can speak to the problem, if you can communicate with a problem, if you can clearly and accurately articulate the problem begins to resolve. The problem many times vanishes by just your ability to communicate with the problem. Most people, if not the vast majority of people who struggle with problems, cannot confront, communicate about, and articulate their problems. So imagine every day you're studying about your problems, your challenges, your goals, whatever it is. You're writing about them. You're articulating how you're going to attack them. You're articulating how you're going to overcome them. You're articulating how you're going to develop a better strategy, or how you're going to enjoin other forces or other people, or how you're going to promote your brand. Imagine if every day you were studying about the things that you wanted to overcome, that you wanted to become better at, and you started to write about them. And from those writings, you could share your writings. They could be articles, blog posts. You could repurpose them into videos of what I'm doing right here, podcasts, interviews with others. Imagine if you could take your problems and go, here's my top 10 problems, challenges, or ambitions. And I'm going to study about and speak to and speak with and articulate my challenges, my obstacles, as well as my goals and my strategies around those things. What would happen if you were to study about, communicate with, and communicate about those challenges on a daily basis? If you spent 2 hours a day, example, let's take a business person who doesn't understand finances. They owe money to the IRS, they're in debt, they're paying incredible credit card rates, everything is awry. Everything is wrong with their finances. They don't get it. Obviously, they either have false information about finances or they lack true, actionable information about their finances. So let's say every day they spend an hour a day studying about how to get out of debt, how to manage finances better. And they started to write down their strategies. They started to write down what they were going to overcome. They started to write down how the problem has bested them and now how they're going to best them. And they did this every day. They studied about finances. They talked about their finances. They communicated with their problems. They communicated with other people about their strategies and problems about finances. Just the mere fact that they confronted and communicated with their problem, they articulated it, they would start to resolve it. Can you imagine if you dedicated 2 hours, as I am, every day? I spend an hour, hour and a half studying. It could be a podcast. I'm studying videos on YouTube. I'm reading books. I'm interviewing experts. We're talking about and articulating the challenges and the opportunities all the time with others or with ourselves. Moreover, we take those thoughts and we become deliberate of how we articulate them. We don't just write about them, we write about them exactly. How we're going to handle them, what it means to us, what our purpose is around them, what our goals are, what are the tactics. These problems will unlodge and solutions will take their place. Absolutely. This is something that really got me thinking in a new unit of time of, wow, how much more time and deliberate study and deliberate communication that I'm going to put towards my problems, about my strategies, about my goals, about how to get other people to join in with my goals and strategies, how to attract more attention, more cooperation around that. If you look at some of the greatest minds in the world, the greatest authors, the greatest public speakers, John F. Kennedy, Thomas Jefferson, the people that have moved and shaped things in this country, well studied, well articulated, great. Morning to you, sir, John. Thank you for that. Thank you, Private Wins. I appreciate that. But imagine if we were actually doing this with ourselves. We had the discipline and, more importantly, the care for ourselves. Because when you do this for yourself, you're caring for yourself. You're caring for your mind. You're caring for your future. And thus, when you care for yourself and care for your future, it spreads across and it affects your family, your nation, your community, your business. Everyone you touch is elevated when you elevate your abilities, when you elevate your mind, when you elevate to take care of those things that you take care of, it has an effect, a ripple effect that is not small. It is great in its effect. That's right, the ripple effect, Jolene. We all have the power to create a ripple effect. We do. It may just be one person, but that one person may be your child. That one person may be your parent. That one person may be your best friend. Just because it's one does not mean that that ripple effect is unimportant. It could be massive. So take this to heart. And if you yourself are struggling with the ability to articulate your plans and strategies, to sit down and actually study, take the time every day to improve yourself, to work on yourself, to elevate yourself, reach out to me. I'd love to help. Or reach out to someone that can help. Maybe it's not me, a business coach, a minister, a rabbi, a spiritual guru. I don't know, a teacher, a scholar, an author. There's plenty of people out there that can help you articulate and communicate with your problems and thus change those problems into opportunities and a new life. I believe that if you do this in 2021, you're going to start to see a shift in how you approach life. I think you're going to see a shift in attracting others to your ideas. You're going to see a shift on your ability to make an impact and have that ripple effect upon those that you care about the most, about the goals that you cherish the most. This is going to be very, very important. I hope you make it a great Sunday. We will talk soon again. And thanks so much for joining me here on Growth Driven. Bye-bye.